Dear participants and colleagues, on behalf of UNESCO, I'd like to warmly welcome everyone here today to the GPE UNESCO CMAIL online teacher training course. During regional emergencies or more widespread pandemics such as COVID-19, children with disabilities face especially challenging educational disruptions due to school closures. The shift to online learning can result in digital exclusion due to lack of appropriate assistive equipment, poor access to the internet, limited access to related materials, and inadequate general support. UNESCO has been at the forefront in responding to such educational challenges posed by the pandemic by encouraging educational systems to remain open and accessible whenever possible to all learners, including children with disabilities, so they can continue their learning during these critically challenging times. For instance, we have launched the COVID-19 Global Education Coalition with more than 150 partners from within the UN, private sector, multilateral organizations, and civil society as a platform for collaboration to protect the right to education for all students during this unprecedented disruption and beyond. The UNESCO Convention Against Discrimination in Education and the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, as well as other international human rights conventions and protocols, reaffirm that all persons with disabilities of any type must enjoy, like everyone, all the human rights and fundamental freedoms. These instruments prohibit any exclusion from educational opportunities based on perceived differences such as gender, ethnic origin, language, religion, nationality, ability, or economic condition. Our concept of inclusive education has been promoted worldwide for more than a decade. Nevertheless, multiple barriers blocking the full participation of children with disabilities in education remain persistent, not only across Southeast Asia, but worldwide. Inclusive education means transforming schools in both material and curricular terms so that they can respond to the diverse needs of all children and ensure that the students are not just physically in the classroom, but genuinely participating and learning. When children are unable to enjoy the fundamental right to education, they will be deprived of scholastic achievement and, consequently, employment opportunities as they leave the educational system, thus suffering considerably diminished potential for economic, social, and human development for years to come. Notably, the likelihood for children with disabilities to have ever attended school at all is lower compared to their peers without disabilities. Their access to school is often limited from the very beginning by barriers at the school level itself, such as negative attitude towards the inclusion of children with disabilities, lack of understanding of their needs, inadequate training for teachers, inconducive school environment, and lack of classroom support and learning resources, as well as financial and other systematic barriers. The SDGs recognize the crucial role of ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education in the building of a more sustainable and peaceful world. We are committed to working on disability inclusive education, as this is the key in achieving SDG 4, which emphasizes inclusion and equity as the underlying foundation for quality education. Explicitly, SDG Target 4.5 aims to ensure equal access for children with disabilities at all levels of education. In essence, leaving no one behind. In fact, UNESCO has jointly established the Disability Inclusive Education in Asia and the Pacific Working Group, together with UNICEF and Leonard Cheshire, which aims to contribute to the realization of rights to inclusive and equitable quality education for children with disabilities all across the region. If we want to attain the SDGs by 2030, it is urgent that we move forward with mainstreaming children with disabilities efficiently into the existing educational system in Asia and the Pacific and beyond. This is why it is important for teachers like you, both conscientious and caring, to be able to support children with disabilities in meeting their physical, emotional, social, and cognitive development, especially in our current emergency context. We hope that this online training course will help in building your capacities to better support learners with disabilities by implementing context-appropriate solutions intended to provide continuity in their learning, as well as facilitate the prompt return of learners when schools reopen. This process will pave the way to promoting equity and inclusion in every aspect of your work, to ensure that all children enjoy their basic human rights without discrimination. I sincerely hope that you will benefit from this online course. Working together, I'm sure we can succeed in making quality education inclusive for everyone. Once again, I welcome you all to this training course. Thank you for your attention.